and welcome everyone. We have our member spotlight with us, Staci from Fairy Godmother Travel. She's an extraordinary travel agent, very well loved, skilled, and so I am grateful that she is here to do this interview with you. I think you'll get a lot out of this interview with Staci. She's got a lot of wisdom in her. She's become quite successful in her travel business, and she's just a fantastic agent that I know I would trust with my own personal travel. So for those of you that are travelers watching this, or you're another fellow agent watching this, I think you're going to get a lot out of this interview with Staci today. So welcome, Staci.
Thank you so much, Heidi. You're so kind. I'm very, very honored to be here today.
All right. Well, for those watching that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your travel agency?
Yes. So as Heidi said, my name is Staci. I live in Oklahoma. I am a wife and a mom of 3 kids, and I actually I work for Fairy Godmother Travel. So I am an agent with Fairy Godmother Travel, and so I'm a home-based agent. So it's been a little tricky at times balancing having kids at home and also doing work. But I just work really hard with the limited hours that I have and make the most of it.
Awesome.
I became an agent 5 years ago. And at that point, it was my absolute dream, and it's still my dream, and so I love it. I started out just selling mainly Disney, and then have expanded to do more family travel, and then just in the past, probably year and a half, I've expanded to also focus on boutique cruises.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So you have 2 different niches. So like you said, Disney specialist and then, boutique cruises. Can you tell us how you manage being successful in 2 different niches?
At this point, most of my business is still Disney and family travel. So, Disney, Universal, and then kind of the bigger cruise lines. And so that's what everybody knows me as. That's what, I can do with my eyes closed pretty much, that's just my number one niche. But I am so passionate about boutique cruises, and I love them, and I'm so excited about getting people on these smaller ships and doing the more, adventurous type things, or the very authentic, small, different ports of call and things like that. And so I think that because I'm so excited about it, I enjoy talking to people about it. And so that's raised a lot more awareness. So at this point, I'm focusing more of my efforts on the boutique side because I'm trying to grow that. And Disney is just kind of a well-oiled machine that just goes on its own. So I'm obviously still working on that, but because I'm trying to grow the other, I'm doing more marketing efforts in that direction.
Okay, fantastic. And what would you say your favorite part of being a travel agent is?
Oh, I love just handling the details for people. I'm very, very much detail-oriented, and I know that it stresses a lot of people out, but it doesn't stress me out. And so if I can alleviate the stress for people and let them just sit back and enjoy their vacation, then that brings me a lot of joy. And I just love getting to meet people from all over the world just as clients. People that were dealing with the hurricane problems last year and stuff, just getting to reach out to them, even though I live hours and hours away, knowing that I know people all over and just have that connection with people now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is the number one reason to hire a travel agent is you can get your trip totally planned for you. Somebody that is an expert like yourself, knows all the details, manages all the details, and then it doesn't cost you really any more money usually. In fact, oftentimes travel agents end up saving clients money. So it's fantastic that you're passionate about all those details.
Yeah, I do. I love it. And so it's so great whenever I get an email back from people after they've traveled and they said, all of your tips were perfect. All of the restaurants you sent us to were perfect. All of the fast passes were perfect. So I love taking care of that because I know that it is very overwhelming for people if they're doing it on their own.
For sure. Yeah. And a lot of people have, jobs and kids and, lots going on. And so that's fantastic. So you mentioned having to be really productive and efficient to grow and scale your business because you are a mom of 3 gorgeous kids and busy. So do you have any productivity tips out there for travel agents or even travelers, just those of us that are busy?
I think the biggest thing is knowing what time you have and then not letting yourself get distracted during that time.
Yeah.
Like, it would be so easy, I know that, having two little ones at home and one in school, like, there are days that I would rather just go and sit and veg out on the computer, or, in front of Netflix or something like that. But I know that if I'm going to be successful, that's my time to work, is during nap time and after the kids go to bed. And so I really, really work hard during those times. And I, try not to check Facebook or, all of those time wasting things. But, you've talked to us a lot about being like tunnel vision and, doing one task at a time. And so I, go through my emails and I do the quotes and I, things like that. And then there are some tasks that I can do whenever the kids are awake, like putting together client packets to go and, mail out to them before their trip with goodies and things like that in it. So I just try to, I know what I can do with the kids awake, and I know, what I need to do while they're asleep. And so I just try really hard to prioritize, and so that I can still have quality time with them as well. So I know that if I work really hard, then I don't have to work hard while they're awake, and we can actually have fun together. So
awesome. So basically prioritization and hyper focus, tunnel vision. Those are great tips. Thank you for sharing. So you recently wrote a fantastic blog post that I just loved about how travel is restful, even the kind of travel that you don't traditionally think of as restful, such as family travel. And I just loved what you said. You had a totally fresh look at it. Could you talk a little bit more to our audience about this?
Yes, I would love to. So I wrote this blog post, like you said, about it. It was actually titled "Travel is Rest," because I think one of the things that people think about travel being rest is it's only restful if you're laying on a beach without any kids around you and, just, sipping a margarita or something like that. And the truth is that anything outside of our ordinary is rest. And so, if you have a desk job, or then on Saturday, instead of laying on the couch all day, it would actually be more restful for you if you went out and took a hike or something that, rejuvenated you, just doing something completely different. But if you're someone who's on your feet all the time, then it would be restful to go and sit down and watch a movie or something like that. So just getting away with our families or with your spouse or friends or whoever you're going with, getting away and doing something out of the ordinary, it tells our body, like, hey, this is different. This is not your normal day-to-day week, and it allows you to rest. And then, making memories with people, that is a way that our bodies can rest and, rejuvenate and all of that stuff. So, my husband and I, we went on an adventure cruise recently, and it was not restful in that we were, kayaking and climbing up boulders and, swimming with sea lions and all of this stuff. But I came back so rested, so rejuvenated, just because we were taking time out, unplugging. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, don't take your work with you, unplug as best you can and just allow the different surroundings to make you feel rested.
Yeah, absolutely. And just being out in nature. I know for myself included, being in front of a computer, hours and hours and hours every single day, that you're right. Like, just getting out for a jog or in nature is super restful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Versus if I was a construction worker, maybe not so much.
No, definitely not. Then you need to go catch a movie, go out to eat, something like that.
Right. Absolutely.
And, even with family travel, with cruising, or with being in the parks even, I think that it's important to have down times and not just be like, go, go, go the whole time, find times to rest and things. But, going to some of the shows, or, sitting and just sitting down and taking in your surroundings, all of that can be restful in the middle of a busy vacation as well. So
yeah, I totally agree. That's fantastic. So now that you're a successful agent, if you could message yourself when you were first getting started as a travel agent, what kind of message would you send yourself? What would you tell yourself?
I think that I would do a couple of things. First of all, I would just say, stick with it. Like, it was hard, like getting off the ground, and I would be so excited if I had one trip that month, just tell myself, like, keep trying, don't give up, keep pushing through, work hard at what you're doing, like, just keep going and don't get discouraged. But then I would also say, because I feel like having a newsletter and having a quality blog, which is, and a quality website, which is something that you've taught us in the academy, like that has astronomically grown my business. And so I would have told myself way back then to start doing that now, because I think that if I could have just stayed front and center in all of those people's minds with the newsletter, and just having a website that I could send them to, I think that would have helped me get off the ground a lot quicker back then.
Yeah, absolutely. Get with that core, messaging so people, it resonates. They know who you are and how brilliant and amazing you are and how you're going to save them time, energy, and money and all that. So fantastic. So do you have any personal mantras, Staci, like something that you tell yourself if you ever get stuck and need to get back on track?
I don't know that I have the same thing that I tell myself over and over and over. I just try to encourage myself, like, hey, it's all right. Like, get back on track, start doing it again. Like if I have a lower month with booking numbers or something like that, then I try to remind myself, like, hey, but remember, January was really great, so you've covered yourself for this little slice, and just keep on working, keep on doing the things that you know are going to be successful, like keep on doing that. And so that's what I just kind of try to encourage myself, and just trying to remember that it's all a blessing, and none of it is, I guess, I'm not entitled to any of this. And so I'm just so thankful and grateful. And so I just keep on trying to be thankful for the success that I have had, and just, keep on working towards more. So,
yeah, the fact that you have so much gratitude in you and a daily gratitude practice, like it just comes out, right? Like everybody watching here, I'm sure, can just see Staci just has this like glow about her where I think she just naturally attracts people in, because you want to be around people like Staci that not only are smart and organized and on top of it, but also are just like beautiful lights. And so the fact that you're such a grateful person totally shines through. And I believe that has helped your success as well.
Oh, thank you.
So what would you say has been your biggest win today in your career as a travel agent? What has been your biggest win today? Or if you can't think of the biggest, then just give me one of the biggest.
I think one little win. So, today is still early, so I'm sure there will be more. But I received an email from a client who's actually traveling 15 months from now, and he was so excited with my planning emails that he wanted to get together and pick out his dining for his Disney trip 15 months from now. He goes, I just got so excited with all the information that you gave me. And so I spent a lot of time putting together these emails with beautiful pictures and recommendations and, all of this stuff for all the different planning aspects. And so it just felt good to know that somebody appreciates it enough to want to plan their dining 15 months in advance, which isn't possible, but,
Yeah.
we can start talking about it.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. That just shows how inspiring you are. Fantastic. So what's your next big goal? What are you working on right now?
I have a big goal, overall big goal for the year. Our company is doing a leadership retreat for all of us top agents that hit a certain revenue.
Awesome.
And so this is our first year to have that. And so that is my big overall goal for this year, is to book enough, commission or dollar amounts to be able to win this trip. And so there's that. But then I also have, smaller dollar goals, and then just keeping on doing it. I'm constantly pushing myself to try to do more and more and more. And so I've got all these little goals, but I'm wanting to really start doing a great referral program. And so that's the module that I'm on right now, is learning how to do that. And so I've done somewhat, but that's kind of a smaller goal that I think will help my, bigger and ultimate goals, is doing referrals and being super, super thankful to my current clients, because that's my biggest, revenue is probably just word of mouth and people referring me. And so I want to thank the people that do that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. Great. Well, Staci, for those that are travelers out there that want to be in touch with you, where can they find you?
You can go to fairygodmotherstaci.com. And so that's Fairy Godmother Staci, STACI.com.
Awesome. fairygodmotherstaci.com. And for the travel agents out there, if you're not yet a member of the Academy, we invite you to join. We'll put a link below this interview with our premier travel agent of the month, our Academy member, Staci, who's fantastic. She is successful because, as you can see, she's just a bright light filled with gratitude. And Staci follows the plan like nobody I've seen, which is why we've made her our member of the month. I mean, she works those modules and she checks off every single box. I can just see how detailed she is. And so she's got this beautiful marketing system that brings her in new clients. And it's because she follows the proven plan that we've got inside the Academy. So if you're not yet a member of the Academy and you're interested in joining, just click the link below for more information. And if you're a traveler watching this, then I do recommend checking out Staci if you want to go on a cruise or a Disney trip, because she's the real deal. Staci's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I've loved being able to chat. I'm honored to be here.
All right. Well, thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Have you been thinking about how to get more ideal clients in your travel business? Do you want to know what wildly successful travel agents are doing? We can show you how to create a highly profitable and rewarding travel business without overworking yourself. We'll shortcut your success by showing you how to get as many new ideal clients as you can handle. Find out how by going to jointravelacademy.com right now and registering for your free online marketing training, which will show you how to be a wildly successful travel agent in today's market. And you'll get a preview to the premier Travel Expert Marketing Academy. Go to jointravelacademy.com right now and register. You don't want to miss out on this free, valuable training. I'll see you there.